Hi guys, it's Ben Heath from Lead Guru, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how I think coronavirus is going to affect Facebook advertising over the next few months. Now, obviously, everyone in every industry is sort of wondering, how is coronavirus and the subsequent lockdowns that are taking place going to affect my business, going to affect my industry? And I know there's a lot of you out there that'll be running Facebook ad campaigns, Instagram ad campaigns, thinking about advertising on Facebook, that want to know, how is this going to affect what I'm going to do? So that's what I'm going to cover in this video. Before I get into that, I should quickly mention that at the end of this video, I'm going to be talking about a couple of free resources that I think you're going to find very, very interesting and going to be particularly useful during this time, and something you can use during this time of uncertainty. So I strongly recommend you stick around to the end of the video for those. Now, how is coronavirus going to affect Facebook advertising? So the first thing I need to say is that no one knows 100%, because this has never happened before. Facebook advertising hasn't been around that long, so it's somewhat unprecedented. But I think we can make some fairly educated predictions around what's going to happen. Now, while some industries are just really, really going to suffer, it really is all negative. Nothing's going to happen. If you're, involved in local events, if you're involved in the travel industry, restaurants, something like that, yeah, you're really going to struggle. You're almost certainly not going to be able to advertise over the next few months because, particularly if you're a restaurant in a country that's on lockdown, no one's even allowed to come visit. So there's obviously no point of advertising. And unfortunately, we have some clients in those categories. They've stopped their advertising, which makes complete sense. That sucks for them as businesses. It sucks for us as a Facebook ads agency. But that's just one of the other negative consequences of what's going on right now. And obviously, I do want to quickly mention that Facebook advertising is probably quite a small consideration in the greater scheme of things with everything that's going on. But I think as business owners, as marketers, we need to think about the practicalities of how it does affect our positions. So for those industries, yeah, Facebook advertising is basically going to be a no-go for the next few months. Who knows how long that's going to last? It's really unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. For other businesses, and particularly I'm thinking here, e-commerce businesses, online businesses. So, and if you sell a software, an app, any form of online entertainment, you're content based, this could be a really good time for you when it comes to Facebook advertising, a really profitable time, an opportunity to generate a number of customers, and probably an opportunity you don't want to miss out on. Now, why is that? Okay, so what do we know? We know that because of the virus, there's going to be all these lockdowns. So people are going to be stuck at home. Okay, they're going to be stuck at home, they're going to be bored, they're going to be spending a lot of time on their phone, on their computer, on social media, communicating with friends and family because, they're not able to go meet with them face to face. So there's going to be a lot more ad impressions available. And because people are bored, they're going to want to buy products, they're going to want to use software, they're going to want to do the things they regularly do in life, they're going to want to entertain themselves more than anything. So putting ads in front of those people is likely to deliver great results. Because, as I said, there's going to be more ad impressions, more people that are going to be spending time on the platform. They're going to be bored. So, if you offer a relatively inexpensive e-commerce product, fantastic. They might want to buy that. If it's something they can use at home or enjoy, then that might work really, really well. People are going to be having things delivered more and more as opposed to going out. If you offer something a bit more expensive, maybe that might be a little bit trickier. If you are offering, e-commerce products in the hundreds or thousands of dollars, that might be a little bit tricky because people are going to be guarding their money a bit more. But if you offer things in the lower price ranges, like most e-commerce companies do, and particularly softwares, anything technology based, then people are still going to buy those sorts of products. They're going to be there's going to be a huge amount of demand for them. Now, a lot of people may be worried that there's just going to be no consumer activity at all, in terms of people aren't going to be buying anything because they're guarding their money, they don't know what the future holds. And I think for a section of society, anyone who does sort of freelance work, who doesn't have a lot of savings, that might be true. They might be really guarding their money. But I don't think that's going to be the truth for the vast majority of people. Vast majority of people are going to be working for, large corporations, or at least, businesses that aren't going to go bust. They're going to be able to keep paying their salaries. They're going to be working for government organizations, which are obviously still going to be able to maintain salaries. And their spending habits aren't likely to change all that much, other than obviously they're saving money on all the things they're not doing. So again, that gives them more disposable cash to spend on e-commerce products, on entertainment, on technology-based things that they can use at home. So I think it's a good opportunity for those businesses. The other big thing to take into consideration is that, as I said, all those local businesses are going to stop advertising. So all those businesses like restaurants, travel, local events, etc., are going to stop advertising on Facebook. That reduces the amount of competition on the platform and should decrease the cost of Facebook advertising. So instead of it costing you, let's say, $10 to reach 1,000 people, it might end up costing you $6 to reach 1,000 people. That could make a big difference to the profitability of your Facebook ad campaigns. Okay, so I don't think that everyone should be really concerned right now about their Facebook advertising, particularly if they are e-commerce based, if they're technology based or something like that. This could be a fantastic time for you. Facebook advertising is going to be cheaper. Your prospects are on Facebook and Instagram more than ever. They're stuck at home. They're bored. If you can provide them with products, entertainment, software that you know they want, this could be a really good time for you. So I would keep that in mind. And we're starting to see that difference. So with some of our clients, we're now starting to see a decrease in CPMs, which is leading to a decrease in cost per purchase. Obviously, there are others that are going the other way, like the ones that I mentioned, the ones that industries are just really tough right now. But there are, I think, going to be really big winners out of this. And if your business fits the bill, then that's something that you should take advantage of. So I've covered sort of e-commerce, technology-based businesses, the ones that can acquire customers right now. What should other businesses be doing in terms of coaches, consultants, B2B service providers, companies like myself? There's probably going to be a decreased activity in terms of generating new customers. People are all uncertain right now. I mean, obviously this is changing so fast. In 2 weeks' time, we might have a much better idea of, okay, it sucks right now, but this is all going to end by the end of May, and therefore people will start planning for the future, etc. What I think you should be doing if you do want to keep active on Facebook and Instagram, and this is what I'm going to be focusing on personally, is audience building. As I said, same principles apply. People are at home. They are bored. They perhaps haven't got as much work on as usual. So they're going to be consuming lots of content. So I'm going to be focusing a lot over the next couple of months on building my audiences, producing a lot of content, using the omnipresence content strategy to push that out to my warm audiences, because I know my audience consists of a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, and marketers that are wanting to get better results from Facebook advertising. And even if they're not advertising on Facebook now would be a fantastic time for them to consume my content, for them to plan for the future, for them to prepare Facebook ad campaigns so that once this is all done, which hopefully won't be too long, they can then push the button and acquire a load of customers and their business can grow. People will start, once the sort of initial panic is over and people adjust, they will start planning and thinking for the future. So if you're a coach, consultant, anything along those lines, I think this is a great potential time for you to almost make a bit of a land grab in terms of your audience, your warm audience, and take the people that already maybe follow your stuff and really put a lot of great stuff in front of them in order to warm them up. And I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it's along these lines that I've got a free resource for you I think you'd be really interested in. And that's a free webinar called 3 Killer Facebook Advertising Strategies to Double or More Your Revenue. And in this webinar, I demonstrate 3 strategies, 3 different Facebook advertising sales funnels that we use as Facebook ads agency all the time. We've used these with our clients to generate 7+ figures on multiple occasions, sometimes on a monthly basis. And I'd really strongly recommend you go through this webinar. And maybe that's the sort of thing that you do during this coronavirus lockdown, is maybe you go, okay, all that content I haven't had time to get to because things have been too busy. Maybe it's the perfect time to educate myself and go through some things like this free webinar. Maybe it's time for me to build out that sales funnel that I've been meaning to get to for 6 months, but I just haven't had the time. That's just the sort of thing that I'm going to be doing, and I'd recommend you guys do as well. So the link to this free webinar will be in the video description. It's around 60-70 minutes long. I'd strongly recommend you check it out. It'll be really, really useful, even if you don't go and implement the stuff in there, depending on your business, for a month or two. It really does make sense to go through it, get access to that training, and this is a perfect time to be going through content and educating yourself. All these things that we just don't have time for in regular life, now's the time to do them. Now's the time to build out that sales funnel, to create that Facebook ad campaign that you know is going to deliver great results, perhaps not at the moment, but in the future. So that's what I strongly recommend. And depending on the type of business you have, how is coronavirus going to affect you? I've been through it in this video. No one knows 100%. That's what I guess. But really look at the data. Okay? Really look at the data. If you're an e-commerce business and you're running a Facebook ad campaign, monitor it closely. If your cost per purchase is great, fantastic. Keep advertising. Why would you stop? provided you don't obviously have supply issues or anything like that, why would you stop? If that starts to increase, check around. Is that just your campaigns or is that an industry trend? I'll be releasing content about this as it sort of develops and letting you know what we're seeing in terms of our clients' campaigns. So you'll be able to know around that. It may be that you need to scale things back, but be responsive to the data. Likewise, if your results really improve, if you're used to operating at a $20 cost per purchase and all of a sudden you're sort of seeing $12, $10 cost per purchase, and you have the cash to do it, why not scale it? Why not take advantage of this time? There's nothing wrong in doing so. You're a business owner. You want to maximize your profitability and things like that. Oh, one thing I will quickly mention around coronavirus is Facebook have quite rightly banned ads that are obviously trying to take advantage of people's fear. So things like any ads for masks and other related things are completely banned. Don't try and do that. That will get your Facebook ad account disabled. A lot of these people really are vultures, and it's not overly ethical what they're doing. So I just wanted to quickly mention that in case you get any ideas around, I could quickly get in, X, Y, and Z product, buy a load of toilet roll and look to flog that high. Facebook are really cracking down on that, so be careful on that front. Another thing I want to quickly mention before the end of this video is my free Facebook ads mastermind group. Again, just the sort of time to get into content, to develop some connections, to educate yourself so that you can perform better going forward is when everything's on going at a slower pace and on lockdown right now. So my free Facebook ads mastermind group, again, there'll be another link in the video description. There's over 27,000 members right now. Fantastic community full of Facebook advertisers. It's my group. People are willing to answer questions. There's hundreds and hundreds of questions asked and answered by Facebook advertising experts every day. We would love to have you in there. Please go ahead and get involved. As I said, link is in the video description. Go ahead and click on that. Ask to join. We'll approve you. You can get involved. Same with that webinar that I mentioned. Links in the video description. Click on that. You can watch it right now. You can watch it today for free. Okay, so hopefully that video has been useful. If it has, please leave a comment below. Please like the video and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to know what is going to be happening to Facebook and Instagram advertising with this coronavirus stuff, with this COVID-19 virus that's affecting everything and the lockdowns, I will be releasing regular content on that to keep you updated. So please subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on the little bell notifications so that you're notified every time I release a new video. As I said, all this stuff is, if you are advertising on Facebook right now, I imagine you've got a lot of uncertainty. You're probably quite nervous about it. I'm going to do what I can to help allay your fears and let you know what's going on so you can make the right decisions. Okay, that's enough for this video. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.